Okay. Hey Yatsuki, how's it going? Let's uh let's see if what we're gonna draw today. And hopefully it'll go better than yesterday. Dreammancer. Pacobra, that's a pretty cool topic. And obligatory stretch. Yeah. Zealin, what's up? Fallen Oracle. Frog Disguise. That's pretty cool. Hey Rolo, how's it going? I'm not online yet, Pacobra? I'm talking to you, aren't I? Dog orc. What on earth is a dog orc? I don't know what it is, but I want to draw it. That is fascinating. Hey Gria, how's it going? So we got Dreammancer, Fallen Orc, Frog Disguise, Dog Orc. We got only four. One, two, three, four. Alright, that's pretty cool. But time is up, so I'll roll the dice. If it's 5 and 6, it's dog orc. No, we'll see. If anyone has any more topics, it's going to be number 5 when I roll the dice, but it looks like it's going to be 1 anyways. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Number 1, and it's a Dreammancer by Cobra. Alright. Dreammancer. Dreammancer. Alright. So, a Dreammancer is gonna go into Fantasyland. Let's do Fantasyland. Let's do. For some reason. It's just a Rollermaster without his wheel. Yeah. A Dreamcatcher is kind of what I envisioned somehow. So, what if the Dreammancer is wearing this kind of rig, like it's a evil entity of sorts, with like lines and rigs, and it's catching your dreams. Okay, I have an interesting idea. The picture is like a golem-esque thing with strings and things and hanging and feathers and like it's sucking your dreams. I don't know. So we'll see how that ends up. But let's go. I'm going to experiment with that sketching technique again. Hopefully it'll go better today. I'm going to restart. I'm going to do gesture first. Actually, let's focus on. Let's switch up the approach a little bit. Let's do the fundamentals kind of a little bit more. Let's do it like you're supposed to do it a little bit. This is not the way you should do it. We will see. Okay. It's going to be some weird, like, demon entity, a Dreammancer. I'm not enjoying that arm. That arm is ruining things. Okay. A scorpion? No, it's more like a golem. This is kind of like an entity wizard, right? It's gonna be kind of demonic in a way, but more of like a fantasy creature. You know, not the sense of a demon, but that this entity has some sort of personality. Almost like let's make a parallel to the seer in Vikings TV show, if you're familiar with it. He's this kind of entity that tells them their future. Pagora, that's a cool idea. Could be cool visually. Fight Milkmancer. If it was arm, Bob Shimizu, it would have been an arm. I had to give it a label that this is supposed to be an arm. I didn't like the arm. Hey, Captain Post, how's it going? So maybe they go to the Dreammancer. Maybe it's like a long lost magical creature entity. As in, I don't want it to be demonic, but I want it to be a creature of sorts. You know, maybe they go to this to get get their future told, right? Or their life told. Maybe it can connect through the mind, through the dream state, and it puts you in a dream state to work you, you know. So maybe it's voluntary parasitical interaction that it latches onto you, and as long as it gets food and gets to go into dreams, this Dreammancer is happy. It doesn't turn evil. Maybe that's the lore behind this thing. I'm okay, boss. I'm okay. I've been in a slump emotionally, but it's the nature of the beast, isn't it? Being alive. Spectre, going to a doctor to sleep. Yeah, well, the idea here, right, is it's a seer of sorts, right? So it is a evil entity in nature, but maybe they have reached like a symbiotic relationship where the Dreammancer is it shouldn't have eyes. Actually, it doesn't need eyes. You know, maybe it's a symbiotic relationship. It feeds on their minds. It gets to eat their dreams, and it tells you, you know, like it's almost like you know, they use these fish to eat the dead skin of your off your feet. Maybe they use a Dreammancer to let the Dreammancer eat your dreams, but it tells you about, you know, what it means. So it eats it up. You remove your baggage, it gets food, and you get the you know, lowdown, whatever reason that they might have there. Right. So we've got the base down. Pocobra, if I sell my brushes? No, you can download them on Discord. if I'm down because of lockdown, no, it's just because life, you know. You're not always in one steady state. Sometimes you feel bad. Sometimes you have thoughts. Sometimes um, you know, you can't always feel 100%, right? So whenever you feel down, you need to let the down feelings take their course. Let them run the system, run the gauntlet through your mind. You think about the emotions. You let them run, and then after they've run, you don't let them control you anymore because you've dealt with the emotions, right? But nevertheless, you're going to feel down, right? And nevertheless, you're going to have these thoughts and have these emotions. But they're there for a reason, so you deal with them. And after the fact, you're going to feel better. And you're going to feel okay. And lately, there been a period of me running the emotional gauntlet. I'm in a glass cage of emotions. Props, Anchorman. Funny shit. Hey, Mitko, how's it going? Good morning. I hope everything is good with you, Mitko. So the brushes, if you want them, they are in useful links. I think they are high up at the top, so I think at pinned messages, if you jump to the first message on pinned messages, you can, I guess, scroll down and find it somewhere. But I shared my brush pack, the basics of them. Gauntomancer. Gauntomancer sounds like some sort of sickness. All right, let's think about the structure. Like it needs elements, right? Because the basics of the idea was Dreamcatcher. And for those who don't know, a Dreamcatcher is like a Native American thing, right? That has these things hanging off it, and it's supposed to you're supposed to have it above your bed. So when you're sleeping, this thing will catch the power. Hey, I mean, how's it going? And so on, right? So that's the basics of the idea, right? Is an entity that is a dream catcher. Hey, Bruno Romanos, what's good? So let's try to start adding some sort of thing to it, right? At the moment now, like me making this decision to make the Dreamcatcher a part of the color could be two things. This could feel like a collar of a priest or a dog, and because it's kind of hunched over, it gets the sense of a dog. So at the moment, I'm not sure if I want to keep this, but I'm gonna have to run with it because I only have 20 minutes left. We are 10 minutes into the drawing. I think 10 minutes in for a concept to kind of communicate an idea, communicate a topic. It's a pretty good state at the moment. Famous last words. But the idea is getting there. Like the thing that's missing to communicate the idea is the dream catcher aspect. So that's, I think, currently is missing quite significantly is the that kind of narrative. So I'm hoping when I add these elements that they'll make the picture complete. Mitkov, Dreamcatcher movie? What is that? Dreamcatcher movie. 2003? Don't tell me that there is an entity like that. Go away. Huh. What? Well, there you go. That's interesting, Mitkov. I had no idea. Hey, Kung Fu Zombie Killer. Well, thank you. Gria, you're in a 4-day depression. Man, best is to deal with them and deal with emotions constructively. Like you analyze them and you figure out what's weighing you down, and then you rationalize them, and then you just let them flush through, and then hopefully you'll be out of it. Weeping Jay. Amir, oh really? Well, I have no idea. I haven't seen that Dreamcatcher movie. Um, I don't watch horror movies. You read the book, for fuck's sake, Steven. Well, good for you, buddy. Sorry, I just had to joke about it. Mitko, well, cheers, but cheers, man, cheers. Steven, less of a horror, more of a heavy personal drama. Do you mean that the Dreamcatcher is that, or just any a book? You're a humble bragger, yeah. You, I can read. Gria, yeah, exactly. One thing that you always should remember when you feel down is that you have to let it get you, let it run its course, and you deal with the emotions and you don't run away from them. And also, what's also very important is that you don't wallow in it and assume it's a part of you, that it is you can't remove it, right? Because it is just an emotional state, and you gotta let it be there for a while, you know. Because just like you're happy, you can't always be happy. You need contrast. Oh, really, Stephen? Did Stephen King had cancer? I didn't know that Stephen King had cancer. Huh. Well, there you go. Atsuki, yeah, absolutely. Mitkov, oh, he had addiction, not cancer. All right. But yeah, Atsuki, like I always think like I share that same mentality, and I've thought about that a lot. And whenever you have a bad day and you like, oh shit, this really sucks, you know, this is really really bad, it means that all the other days are really really good. So that worst would be opposite, if you just shit is the norm, and then like, oh, today it's actually okay. You know, you should really consider the balance of your life, if that's the way your day to day is, that every day is shit and you only notice good days. There is a fundamental unbalance in in how you live the life. You know, ideally you'll be in a state where it runs and you notice the bad days, and not the other way around. So we're halfway through. The Dreamcatcher aspect is starting to come together. I feel like this guy or entity feels a little bit too mobile. I'm thinking now in ways of how to make him feel a little bit more stationary. I think drapery could be one. I've started kind of giving him a lot of flowy gowns, but in a way I want it to feel more in place. Pacobra, I can look it up for you after. Tassos is self-portrait? Yes, of your face. Oh, there you go. Atsuki found it. Good stuff, man. Thank you very much, Atsuki. Yeah, those are like when you're designing something, it's always this balancing act, right? Like I'm struggling with making it feel more of like an old stationary old person, yet the posture and all these things are very alien in the sense of it's not what you normally would expect. So it brings this kind of duality and problem to the design of how should we make it feel like it's an old entity that's been living forever, and how do we most clearly communicate that, right? So in a lot of cases now, not now, in a lot of cases usually they design something that's quite stereotypical. But one thing I think what I love about what's his name, the director Ben Del Toro, and the artist he uses, they are very clear in their design and narrative. Let's take Pan's Labyrinth, and the creature designs in Pan's Labyrinth, they are really on point in terms of clearly communicating what they are and what they do and what they are all about, right? Like the Pan is like a creature entity, but you also, it looks dangerous, but it's also not. And then the whatever that guy is, you know, it's very clearly kind of communicated. You instantly know. Rob Roast. Guillermo del Toro, yeah. Hey Cosmoverse, how's it going, man? Not Benicio del Toro, that's an actor. But yeah, so those kind of designs that he uses, that the artists he uses. I mean, Guillermo del Toro is also an artist. He's a great artist actually. If you haven't seen, he has shared his sketchbooks, and you can kind of look into his mind of what he's thinking, and it's always very uncomplicated thoughts done in a really on point way. And with that is like, okay, so let's say he designs a ferry. The ferry will always be like clear to understand. It is a ferry, but it's done in a way which is magical, or like observe, when you observe it, you understand it. Which, it's not an easy thing to do, and I think that's why also a lot of his movies and so on, they get really really well communicated, and they tend to have very iconic designs involved. I think it's because Del Toro also pushes the art in a certain direction. He works very closely with all the concept artists, and he has a very clear vision of what he wants to have visually communicated, right? I mean, just look at his kind of Hellboy movie. Those designs became like Hallmark, right? Pan's Labyrinth, that water love story, whatever that one was called, I can't remember. Can the Dreamcatcher be bigger? It doesn't look like it can stop that bad boy. The Dreamcatcher, but the idea, Tazos, is that the creature itself is the Dreamcatcher. It is a Dreammancer, right? The Dreamcatcher entity is the whole Dreamcatcher, not the thing it's attached, right? So it is a part of the Dreamcatcher aspect. The Shape of Water. There we go. I haven't actually seen that movie. I watched some trailers, but again, the designs there are very. They say the same thing. Oh, so you thought the device is catching? So you think that's a dream, and the thing is catching the dream? All right. Hey, Fuxia, how's it going? Tassos, yeah, came through the hole and like, oh, that's hilarious, Tassos. That is hilarious. Hey, Matt. Yeah, you don't want to communicate that idea, Tassos. Obviously, I need to make sure that that's not what people will see. It's like, did you try to come in through the what's it called, dog door in a door, and get caught? Oh, Pacobra. Yeah, the brushes, by the way, that I share on my brush set, a few of them are mine, but most of them are from other artists. So I've just selected brushes that work really well with my style. So a lot of the brushes in my brush pack, they are geared towards painterly style, and they're not really good for photo manipulation or photo bashing and things like that. They're usually quite geared towards mark making. Tassos, yeah, exactly. The bare plastic. And if for now, for some reason, I can just hear this making seal noises. You know, flapping. Pacobra, I've tried it a little bit, but I don't have iPad Pro. Hey Doro Woodstock, how's it going? Welcome. Pacobra, you like this design? I think it's getting there. One thing that I'm missing though, it doesn't feel like a witch, or it doesn't feel like a seer, or it doesn't feel like a teller of dreams, and it doesn't come across like a witch, right? So I want to need some sort of you know, I don't know, some paint, you know, to make it feel like it's you have X's on your eyes, mate. You're dead. It has to come across as a witch, right? Something like that. Hat and a broom. Yeah. Steven. Yeah, I mean, the idea is I wanted it a golem-like pose, right? So, and I wanted to feel like it's an old witch or a fantastical entity that is like a witch but is not human. Doro Whitstock. Time is up, by the way. What I will do with this, if I like the idea, I'm gonna continue coloring it. I mean, I could color it tomorrow if you guys want to. I could develop it further tomorrow, or tomorrow I can draw a new topic. It's the same really for me. I kind of like the idea of exploring a new character, and I might paint this up on a night stream or another stream, or if you want to, I can color it on stream on this warm-up stream. But the practice and the exploration at this point is already done. We have birthed this character already. So in that sense, the job is done. It would be fascinating to see where it would lead us, you know, with color and with a little bit more attention to details and things like that. But as is, I would say it has done its job. Just gotta give it a little bit of presentation. Doing a cheat a little bit. I know that time is up, but it needs a little bit of better framing. It got a little bit too noisy up there, so I need to kind of pin it down. In Futark Cosmoverse? No, I just added some random runes. But why not? I think that looks like an N is an O, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That middle one there. That's an O. I think the line is incorrect. No, yeah, it's the. This is a E or I. So this UI. That X is what is it? H. So UIH or OIH in the end. Anyways, Spectre. The night streams are random. Let's give it a quick dirty color pass, cheating one, and then I'm gonna call it gonna raid someone. Let's leave it at that. You would love to see it finished? Oh, thank you. We'll see. Maybe I'll finish it. Let's raid. Should we try to defeat Tim Remmers? Oh no, Max is in the chat. Let's raid a person we haven't raided in a while. He's a traditional artist. I think he's a student of art. SK Moondog. Have a good night. Good night if you're in that part of the world. Have a great day if you're in this part of the world. Stay safe. Stay cool. Take care of each other. See you tomorrow morning. Dorowit. This stream is daily. Every day at the same time. So click follow and come back tomorrow at the same time. At the beginning of the stream, I asked for a topic. Today was Pacobra's Dreammancer. Tomorrow, I have no idea. Outro, then raid. Toodles.